But yes, there are energy fields that exist without a form. Ghost को क्या पड़ी है आपको परेशान करके? It's your energy that is moving the board.
There are many folklore stories about ghosts. One such is of Bloody Mary, where participants they chant Bloody Mary 3 times in a dimly lit room, and they can actually see the image of a corpse or a ghost in the mirror. So my question to you is, do ghosts and spirits exist?
Souls exist without a body. All right, whether you choose to call them ghosts or by any other name, that's entirely up to you. But yes, there are energy fields that exist without a form. So you want to call them ghosts? Go ahead.
But do they kind of impact you, affect you?
It is your play with what you have done in your past. So suppose you have done something wrong to somebody and that somebody no longer exists. Then it is your guilt that gets projected back to you, which you term it as वो घोस्ट आया और मुझे परेशान किया. घोस्ट को क्या पड़ी है आपको परेशान करने की? Unless you have done something to that ghost when it was living in human form. And that person didn't get an opportunity to get back at you. Then the spirit haunts you. It is in your mind. The ghost is not actually doing anything.
Okay, but you said souls exist.
Souls exist.
Yeah.
Spirits exist.
So those spirits, I mean, as you said, I understood that you said that it's in my mind, but by any chance do they cause harm or trouble to you?
The harm is caused by you. Where is their instrument to cause you harm? The soul's instrument is a body. Any performance that the soul has to do, it requires a body. When it doesn't have a body, what performance can it do? It can occupy your body through your mind, through your guilt. So it is again an interplay of your mind in your own life.
Okay, and so, but when certain paranormal activities are reported or somebody is witness to such activities, then we generally tend to think that it could be, due to some ghosts or spirits.
You see movies?
Yeah.
What is a movie?
A movie is,
story.
some characters are depicting a story.
The story.
Yeah.
It's a narrative.
Right.
And then sometimes in a movie you cry.
Right.
Sometimes in a movie you are bursting out with laughter. So the movie is playing with your emotions.
Yes.
Playing with your mind.
Yeah.
And making you do things
Right.
which if you look back, क्या silly thing था यार, वो स्क्रीन पे कुछ चल रहा है, मैं इधर रो पड़ी. उधर किसी की माँ मर गई, मैं इधर रोई. एक्चुअली माँ मरी क्या? नहीं, वो तो स्क्रीन पे मरी, लेकिन मैं इधर एक्चुअली रोई. तो these are all मन घड़न कहानियां. Ultimately, it is about your mind. The same ghost story doesn't affect everybody in the same manner. The same kids who are experimenting with whatever that Bloody Mary you're talking of don't see the same picture. So why this, if it is actually existing, everybody should see the same picture. Why one person is seeing that picture and another person is not seeing that picture? Because the mind of these two people are different. So it is the play of the mind that is getting projected in the form which is created as a narrative which becomes a story, and now it is a ghost story. Taliyan.
So what do you do about it? So how do you, since it's a play of mind.
Treat it as entertainment and forget it. Movie is an entertainment, ghost story is also an entertainment.
But then you see a lot in children also. Some children do fear.
If it affects you negatively, if you fear, don't indulge.
Don't indulge in the sense.
Don't watch, don't listen, don't read. Things that affect you negatively, why should you? जो गली आपको तकलीफ देती है उस गली में जाओ ही मत. Avoid. क्यों जाना है? Because my colleagues are teasing me. तू रोतू है, तू डरता है, गो स्टोरी से डरता है, चल देख हमारे साथ. बट इट इज अफेक्टिंग यू, तो नहीं देखना है भाई. एंड इट्स नॉट ऑल मूवीज यू सी, सम मूवीज यू से आई डोंट वांट टू सी. तो ये भी नहीं, आई डोंट वांट टू इंडल्ज इन गो स्टोरीज, इट इज अफेक्टिंग मी नेगेटिवली. छोड़ना. यू एंजॉय इट, गो एंड एंजॉय. मुझे नहीं देखना.
Also, could it be a possibility that some people who get affected by such or probably see ghosts, they may be hallucinating?
Yeah, there is a lot of imagination at work.
So how do you, make such people realize that it's a hallucination and not something that...
You can't. You're not the master of somebody else's life. They are the masters. If a man is drunk, and in a state of inebriation, he is saying, I am the king of this universe. Try to convince him, you are not the king. You can't. So why are you wasting your time?
I've also heard of an instance wherein you have this board, Ouija board, and participants ask a question, and I think the dice moves, and they get a reply through whatever the numbers or letters which is given. So would that be again some energy or some spirit which is trying to play with it, or...
It's your energy that is moving the board. Which other energy? If at all the energy is moving the board. Yeah, there are a lot of magic shows where you see a lot of things which are improbable, but there is a trick behind it. But for a moment, let's assume that what you're saying is true and the energy board is actually giving you answers. It is the answer you want to see. You have energized the board into rearranging itself. You tell me, if this was true, all mothers would be near their children. Why are they not there? All mothers would be ghosts. Why are they not there? It is not a rule. You have transited, means you have gone onward on your journey to newer vistas. Whether it is rebirth in another land, in another condition, or whether you are still searching for an opportunity to be reborn. Or for those religions who don't believe in rebirth, wherever that soul is supposed to go. Whatever be the story. Why are you experiencing somebody who has gone? It is because you are missing that person or you have done something wrong to that person. So it is the projection of your mind in the form of a story, which becomes a ghost story.
So there are, instances where they say probably a house has been occupied with ghosts and you do some ritual or you call a priest and do some puja so that negativity will vanish or the ghost will vanish, and then probably it turns out true. So how do you explain such phenomena?
Okay, every house has energy. Sometimes the house is constructed in such a way that the flow of energy is very free. If I say Vastu Shastra, then the construction of a house is according to Vastu Shastra and the energy flow has been taken care of and you get pleasant vibrations in that house. Another house has been created without the knowledge of Vastu Shastra or energy fields, and that construction is blocking the energy. So energy is circulating inside without proper flow, and you sit in that house, you feel uncomfortable. and you say there is a ghost in this house. किसी की अतृप्त आत्मा इस घर में मंडरा रही है, इसलिए मुझे कुछ तो महसूस हो रहा है, डरावनी सी फीलिंग आ रही है. It is simply a bad flow of energy. You make small corrections in the Vastu and probably things will be all right. Nobody tries that. करके देखो. Or let's take your line of thinking. There has been a very traumatic death, and the soul that escaped the body was highly attached to that particular region and is still attached. अब 20 साल हो गए, वो सोल उधर ही अटका हुआ है. Then where is the law of progress? A soul has to progress. If उधर वो अटका हुआ है, that means the law of progress doesn't exist. And law is a condition which exists irrespective of circumstances. 7 दिन अटका है, 10 दिन अटका है, I can understand. 20 साल अटका है, then he is not progressing. It defies the law of the universe. Universe is constantly progressing. Either you have constructed a bad Vastu or you have constructed a good Vastu. These are the only two explanations. In a good Vastu, the energy flow is nice, it flows through, and in a bad Vastu, the energy doesn't find an outlet because of the obstacles created in the Vastu. So you have a constant feel that something is wrong here. The flow of energy is wrong. Because ghosts play only in the minds of living people. Otherwise, there is no ghost.
तो जब हम हनुमान चालीसा में ये कहते भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे,
The fear. Bhoot Pishach is a fear. Ultimately, what is the consequence of a Bhoot Pishach? Is a fear. No? Nikat nahi aave, so I don't fear. Hanuman, what is Hanuman? Hanuman is a symbol of valor. कितना भी बड़ा एनिमी सामने हो, मैं डरता नहीं हूं. कितना भी बड़ा चैलेंज हो, मैं डरता नहीं हूं. पर्वत उठा के लाना है, पर्वत उठा के लाऊंगा. समुंदर को छलांग मार के लांघना है, समुंदर को छलांग मार के लांघूंगा. डर नहीं है. I have no fear. So Bhoot Pisach is a symbol of fear. So everything is about the human mind, and I keep saying this several times, that human mind is a subject which is unexplored, not taught. Very few qualified people who will talk about the human mind. Everybody has a mind and nobody educates the human being on the human mind. So my take on this is, if you are really interested in this subject, come to Pratibimb's Life and Breath program, because that is one place where we talk about the human mind in fair amount of detail, which will give you an insight on how the human mind operates. In fact, it will be a good way to start addressing your negativities and getting rid of some of the psychosomatic subjects.